So yeah, so now that we pretty much talked about who we think is going to win, we pretty much said that, and this is like very early in the video. What I want to talk about is
Sure.
what might happen
Okay.
in the battle. What could happen or might happen in the battle. We're definitely gonna see a lot of fourth wall breaking moments.
Yes.
I believe that in some way, shape, or form, they might jump into other videos again, or actually end up in reality once again, and maybe the killing blow will be in our reality. Maybe I don't know.
I
And another thing I might want to add that even though yes, this is a bold prediction. This is a bold prediction
okay.
that yes, it's gonna be hand drawn. I think if they go into reality, they're gonna have actors playing the characters and kind of like have like say a bat in the sun or Isma Hawk style fight for a little bit. Like, what do you think about that?
That would be very interesting, and yeah, I would actually be on board for that. Those are some great predictions. If I were to make predictions, even though when it comes to these two, you can't exactly predict what's going to happen because the
Right.
only limit to this fight is your imagination. So I definitely
Right.
agree. We're going to see some fourth wall breaks. We're going to see these two. We're going to see some guns, explosions. We're going to see some Toon Force wackiness. We're going to see some shape shifting. We're going to see them maybe jump around from place to place, maybe coming into reality. And what my bold prediction is going to be, I think the killing blow the mask is going to deal to Deadpool is going to be either so gory, like the goriest cartoon death we've ever seen. Because remember, the last gory cartoon fight we had and death we kind of had was Smokey the Bear versus McGruff the Crime Dog, where Smokey just,
Oh
he
yeah.
crushed McGruff the Crime Dog. So I think they're probably going to try and outdo that and just have the mask kill Deadpool in some kind of grotesque wacky kind of way. Like maybe it could be something Deadpool would find hilarious, or maybe Deadpool could be annoyed with. I don't know, but I'm predicting that this end death is gonna be just the wackiest end death we've seen all season.
And also I just remembered that they have animated segments of Wiz and Boomstick now.
This is correct. So we could see
So
them
that
interact.
could spill into their lab. The fight could spill into their lab now.
Yes,
Like
yes,
the sky's the limit for this type of fight of what it's gonna be like. The
yeah,
sky's the limit,
yes.
especially with the tagline "Let's kill Deadpool." I if it's not gonna be if they're not gonna have Ben and Chad in this, definitely we're gonna see some interaction with the fight with Wiz and Boomstick, especially now that they're fully animated now. I wouldn't be surprised now.
Yes,
But I
and
hope it happens. I
yeah,
hope it
and
happens.
yeah, and speaking of that, you just reminded me. Okay, so I blanked on who's doing the animation segments for this fight. It actually won't be Blind Fared and it won't be Lewis. It's actually going to be Rooster Teeth's in-house animation team that will be tackling this fight.
Whoa.
So,
Whoa.
and Rooster Teeth's hand-drawn animation team are the same ones who have done Camp and Nomad of Nowhere, so they know how to make some kick-ass looking 2D hand-drawn animation. So yeah, Rooster Teeth's in-house animation is going to be handling the bulk of this episode in terms of animation, not just with Wiz and Boomstick, but with the fight itself. So that's got me very excited to think about to see Deadpool and the Mask animated by Rooster Teeth.
That's awesome. That's
Yes,
pretty damn awesome.
yes,
Another prediction, like I mentioned, I think what if Loki shows up, especially because he wants to get his mask back, kind of like in Son of the Mask movie, where
yes. We don't talk
um
about that one, do
we don't talk about that much, but I think that might happen. That Loki might show up. Um, well, here's another bold one. Like,
Okay.
what if somehow, some way,
Okay.
Deadpool somehow gets the mask and puts it on himself? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's possible, but what if he ends up wearing the mask himself?
Um. Okay. If Deadpool were to hypothetically win and put on the mask, if let me put it to you this way: if you thought Deadpool was annoying before in Death Battle, then him putting on that mask is essentially going to make him a billion times more annoying.
Oh God, I can see it now.
Yeah.
Hey, it might even cure his cancer finally. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Because the mask actually can heal not only deadly wounds, but it can also heal diseases. So if Deadpool were to put on the mask, it would heal his cancer entirely, and it may give him a normal-looking face.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any other bold predictions that might happen in this battle?
I'm gonna predict that the voice of the mask, because we don't know who's voicing the mask. We do know Takahaka's obviously got to come back because of course he's got to come back. It's Curtis. You can't recast Curtis playing Deadpool. But my bold
Right.
prediction for the mask, I think he's gonna do hilarious, possibly. I'm not gonna be that bold, but I think he's gonna do a pitch perfect imitation of Jim Carrey and the many voices he did when he wore the mask.
Or may I be so bold? What if it be Rob Paulson? Because he was the voice of the mask in the
Yes,
cartoon. What if
yes,
it's
you.
him in this that's gonna voice? That would be huge.
That honestly would, and because the cartoon is so obscure and it's really not that really big or tied down by any studios or any legal stuff, to my knowledge, they could get Rob Paulson to come back if they wanted to, but I know
Right.
that would be their most insane casting, and I definitely know he would not be cheap. Well, he wouldn't be expensive. It's just getting someone like Rob Paulson to play the mask again, I think that right there is worth all of the money they're obviously gonna have. They obviously had to spend on this episode.
I mean, if they're able to get Michael B. Jordan in that one series they did, I think it was Genlock.
Yes,
If they were able to get Michael B. Jordan, I mean, I think they should be able to get Rob Paulson
I
at
would.
least.
I would like that to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's wishful thinking on our part, but if it did happen, I know this would give everyone a reason to watch this fight. I think this would be their highlight fight of the year if that were to happen. But I think they're
Right.
just gonna go for somebody who can do a decent Jim Carrey impression because since they're using Stanley and since everybody who's only heard of the mask from the movie, I think it would be appropriate to just have a Jim Carrey like voice for Stanley instead of, say, getting Rob Paulson to do the voice again.
Right. Right. I get that, but like I said, it would be a huge novelty.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
if they get Rob Paulson in it, but um, either way, I think it's gonna be one insane fight. It's gonna
Yes.
be very insane, very wacky, and if they're definitely gonna be using the comic book, which they are, probably maybe very bloody as well.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
expecting it.
Give or take if YouTube doesn't give them a hard time because lately with YouTube and
Stupid
everything
ass
has to be kind of
algorithm. Yeah.
PG,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping that it will do it justice for both Deadpool and the Mask in
Well, think
this
about
fight.
it this way. I mean, if uh, YouTube didn't automatically flag them or force them to take down Ben 10 versus Green Lantern because they were because obviously we know what happened. A teenager got squished by a boot and got his arm cut off. So if they're not going to bother with that, then I think this fight's going to be okay. Gore wise.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But anyway, guys, I think that's about it of what we think is gonna happen in this. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I've got nothing else. I've pretty much said all I have. I'm excited for this fight. It's I think don't quote me on this, but I think this could transition. This could finally beat my favorite fight of the season, which is Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. If this fight is executed right, if it goes the way if it goes the way I think, because once again, these two characters are unpredictable. So as long as it gives me something that I knew or I want it to give me, then I think it will definitely be my favorite fight of the season.
So yeah, like I said, we're expecting some good things from this episode, and I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. Who you guys think is gonna win between the Mask versus Deadpool? So as always, leave your thoughts and opinions down below, and we'll gladly discuss and debate about it. And also, please subscribe to Jedi Bender's YouTube channel. Please subscribe to him. Make sure you check out some of his reviews, mostly on the Scooby-Doo movies, because he's been doing that a lot lately. And check out also that fan film I told you about Superman End of an Era, which with Chris Notarelli.
Yes, and definitely check that out. I'm planning to do something big by the end of the year, so and this will make up for the lack of videos because that's what I've been secretly doing is getting ready to unveil a big surprise coming to my channel very very soon. So yes,
Ooh, I love surprises.
I hope you do. I'm glad you do like surprises. So yes, definitely definitely subscribe if you want to see more. Get your favorite underrated YouTuber here back to where he was. Because I'm still wearing that victim of YouTube eviction proud. So definitely whatever you guys can do to help me get back to where I was, I'll take it.
Yes. And oh yeah, don't forget you also have a Patreon too.
I do, yes. Thank you. Yes, I have a Patreon. It doesn't have that many perks, but the perks that are there, the highest perk being the $10 perk, which if you donate to that, you get to request what my next review is. It can be comic books, it can be movies, it can be cartoons. It can be anything. So yes, definitely definitely go check out my Patreon, and I'm also planning to do something big for my Patreon. So if you want to know about that, I'll put it down in the comments below. So yes, definitely go support my Patreon.
Awesome, man. And also, please subscribe to my channel. You're gonna see a lot of good stuff. I'm doing some Let's Plays again, and also, of course, check out my show Battle Mode. Gonna be having some new things, and also pretty soon next year is gonna be my 100th episode. So they
Yes.
could have been the Mask versus Deadpool, but I think this next idea is gonna be even better than that.
I
Not gonna
think
reveal
so
it to you
too.
guys now. Not gonna reveal it to you guys now because this is Jedi knows it, but
Yes, I do.
he's not gonna spill it, right?
No, no,
Or
no, no,
not.
I'm not.
Okay, man. All right. So as always, guys, thank you for joining us in discussing about Deadpool versus the and Jedi. I believe the Mask is gonna win, but as always, Death Bar might have found something, or they might even pull a swerve where it ends up being a tie again. I don't know, but we're hoping it's not. We're hoping
Yes,
we get to see a clear cut winner in this one.
yes.
So, but anyway, guys, as always, Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below who you think is going to win between Deadpool and the Mask. And we're going to see you guys next time. So this is Do Dreamer, and always dream big.
This is the Jedi Bender saying, "Be air, my friends," and we'll see you for our last prediction of Death Battle Season 6.